Sandra.
Hi, I'm Rowan,
We study business administration in Unibe.
and we are making a presentation on leadership. Many people believe that leadership is being the biggest, the first, or the most powerful. But an organization, leadership has a different and more meaningful definition. It's the process by which someone sets directions and influence people to follow that direction. People might be oneself or another individual, a group, or the organization itself.
We're going to talk about leadership. The biggest question is that an inborn trait or is it acquired? Some believe that it's only inborn, but that's not true. Because we have many examples of people who were not natural leaders, but they developed that skill. As well as we can see a lot of people who had those natural traits, right? But they lost it through their lives because they never tried to develop them, and they never worked on them. That's why in order to be a successful leader, you have to work for it. You have to develop your skills, you have to improve yourselves. And you may have those traits, you may gain them, it doesn't matter. If you're not gonna work on them, you're not gonna get anything. And right now we're gonna talk about a little bit about small business, leadership in small business, and the leadership in network marketing.
A good example where do we need leadership is a small business. But are you a leader just because you run a small business? Of course you are not. But you need to be in order to succeed. Without those skills, your business ship will eventually run out of power. Effective leadership demands a captain for that ship, not just someone who is standing by the helm and doing nothing. But you can't be a leader but just saying, hey, I'm a leader. No, leader needs to be worked at. You need to transform yourself into the kind of leader that your business requires. And with those 5 keys that I'm gonna present right now, you will be a good and strong leader. The first key is to have a plan. In business, it's good to be proactive, not reactive. We all know that leaders are good in crisis, but that doesn't mean that they sit around and let the crisis develop. Leadership involves identifying the potential problems and solve them before they reach the critical proportions. So leaders and good leaders, they plan and they adapt their plans to the new situations. The second key is to have a vision. Vision is essential to good leadership. Vision provides direction, and without direction, there is no value at all for your planning. So if you don't already have a vision, you should take the first step by creating a vision statement for your business. Do you know why? Because it embodies your dream and your passion. And a vision statement will also serve as your leadership vision. The third key is to share your vision. Sharing your leadership vision helps your vision grow and your leadership skills to develop. As you tell others about your vision, that will enforce your own belief in your own vision, and also will increase your determination to make your leadership vision become reality. Others will start to see you as a person who is going places and will recognize you as a person with a potential leadership. The fourth key is to take charge. At this stage and after your vision and plan is done, now it's time to take actions. And whether you are implementing a specific plan or you are responding to crisis, you as a leader is the one who makes that decision and sees the appropriate action to be carried out. You can't just talk a good game to be a leader. You need to act and to be seen as taking effectively actions for the good for your company. The last key is inspire through examples. If I asked you name 3 of the best leaders in the world, you could easily name 3 people who leadership qualities inspire you. And if I asked you why, you would tell me about the things that those inspiring people did or are doing now. Leadership is defined through actions. Therefore, in developing your own skills, you have to act in ways that are fitting to your leadership vision and yourself all the time. We can name many actions of people who we admire, but what inspires us is the integrity that gives those actions meaning. Learning to be a good leader is not easy at all. You know why? Because it takes a constant effort to develop one's business leadership skills. But look at the positive side. anyone is willing to make that effort can become a great leader. And as a great business leadership is critical to any business success, your effort to improve your leadership skills, it will be fully rewarded. And by working on those keys that I have mentioned before, you can be the leader for your small business.
Rawan has just showed us an example of why leadership qualities are important in small businesses. But there are many more fields in which you will need to have a leadership trait. A good example will be network marketing, or MLM. For those who do not know, network marketing is a direct selling method in which independent agents serve as distributors of goods and services. And they are encouraged to build and manage their own sales force by recruiting and training other independent agents. In this method, commission is earned on the agent's own sales revenue as well as on the sales revenue of the sales force recruited by the agent and his or her recruits, called downline. In a traditional company with employees, a leader is the boss, a superior. He might be the head of the group, or department, or division. His instructions are usually accepted without any discussions. And that leader will be the one reporting for the work done and the results obtained. But in the network marketing, there are no employees, nor superiors. Nobody can force someone to work. All partners are equal at any level of the business. That's why the success of each depends on his contribution to the cause and the efforts of the parties involved. There is no development in the MLM industry without any leadership, because leaders are its main driving force. As Tom Peters once said, leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. And that quote suits the multi-level marketing business better than anything. So how to be a successful leader in the network marketing? And most importantly, how to teach your downline to also be leaders like you. There are a couple of steps you could follow in order to achieve that. Step 1, have a powerful vision. You have to know where you're going. You have to imagine that in your head. Just like Rawan said before, a vision is really important in leadership, because if you're gonna make people go after you, you have to know where you're going. Step 2, inspire. What do you really think what people would go after you if you're not gonna inspire them? You have to give them an image. You have to make them want to follow you. And that's how leaders are made. Step 3, know your product. You're in network marketing. You have to know your product. You cannot be like, oh, so what is this? What's the inside of it? You have to know what's inside. Step 4, be transparent to your team. You can't do anything shady. People don't like that. You know that. You have to show your people what you're doing. And how do you expect them to learn if you're not going to show them what you're doing? Be transparent. Be clear. Step 5, get better at presenting and speaking. There are many possibilities to improve your speaking skills. You could read books, you could go to specific courses, or even practice in front of a mirror. Choose yourself. Step 6, keep learning. There will always be something you're not good at, and there will be always something you can learn more. Step 7, transfer your skills. You need to teach your people how to duplicate you. Because if they cannot do the same thing that you're doing, they're not going to achieve the success that you're going to achieve. That's why you have to teach your people to do the same thing that you do. Step 8, time management. You have to dedicate to your daily routine. Then you have to create a similar routine for your team, like part-time or full-time co-workers. You know, these are small changes, but they will make a huge impact. That's why it's time management. Step 9, avoid doing anything you don't want your team to duplicate. You're the leader. Your followers are going to look up to you. They're going to copy you. Be a good role model for them. Thank you for watching our video.
Please subscribe
And don't forget to like it.
Audio Jungle.